we are driving Furka Pass, and this is apparently an incredibly well-known road. It's also an absolutely ridiculous road. Top Gear did car reviews on here. There was a James Bond movie, the original Goldfinger, I think, or something. Roger Moore was like racing his Aston Martin against the Mustang down this road. And I get to drive it, which is amazing, in a Mini Cooper S Clubman, Countryman, I don't know, the long wagon thingy. So the unfortunate thing about all these passes is you often get stuck behind something like this, which doesn't mean he's going to go slow necessarily just because he's a van, but it does mean that he's going slow now. So apparently at hairpins, we yield to each other, and he's letting me pass. Thank you. Thank you, Eurovan. The other interesting thing about these passes is 80 kilometers an hour speed limit, and I have no idea who you have to be or how you have to drive to actually go over the speed limit, which is the one positive thing about driving in Switzerland. The speed limits on mountain passes are like, yeah, just, do whatever you feel like. Big head turn because big hairpin. The unfortunate thing is the rest of Switzerland, the speed limit is incredibly low and constantly switching. So you're going 180, 50, 180, 50, 180, 50, all over the country. The other thing is that I found for driving these passes, you have to look at the road, not the scenery, because there's a lot of scenery and it's incredibly distracting, but the road is also very technical. This is Tail of the Dragon has nothing on something like this. I'm also at the mercy of my wife, who is holding the camera right now and does not like high performance shenanigans. So I have to be relatively smooth and relatively controlled and not super aggressive. Big vehicles, like if there's a bus or a truck coming, they actually blow their horn before a blind turns to let people know that they're coming. Good to have the window cracked so you can actually listen for them, so that nothing shocks you and surprises you. Oh boy, are we climbing. Honey, can you take a look to the left and show how much we've climbed already out of the valley? This is wild. And yet more to climb, and there's mountains everywhere, and there's hairpins to be negotiated. Watch for opposing traffic. Big head turn. So super narrow road with cutouts everywhere in case you have to yield to somebody, or wow, that Porsche was brave. He decided to pass somebody in the middle of all this. I mean, he's allowed, so that's pretty ballsy. I'm in a rent-a-car with my wife, and it's automatic, and I can't really afford to buy this from the rental company if I want it up, so I'm gonna be a little more sensible than that. But big climb, lots of hairpins. because I don't want this video to be 10 hours long, and there's a really cool building halfway up the pass that I want to show. So another thing all over Switzerland is these random traffic lights in the middle of the road, and what they are is they're construction zones. Instead of flaggers, they use traffic lights. So we get a red light for a while, some cars go by, then we'll eventually get a yellow light. These are everywhere. The Swiss are really into fixing their roads. There we go. We got a yellow light, so now we go through a construction. And even like on the side of a mountain, they're off doing pavement repair. Another thing you see all over Switzerland is bicyclists climbing a mountain. Now, we've been driving uphill forever, and there's a lot more to go. And clearly this bicyclist was just, I'm gonna climb 3,000 meters today because, I got nothing better to do on a Thursday. And that's amazing. And this has to be like the fittest country in the world, just because all they seem to do is hike and bike and whatever. It's pretty awesome. Really impressed by the motivation. I barely have a motivation to ride a bike around the pits at a racetrack. These guys are climbing mountains on. Oh my God, look at the view to the left. That is phenomenal. This is really cool. This is absolutely ridiculous. We are going to, well, there's the car and the wife. We are going to go down this road, down there where this RV is. Probably going to get stuck having to pass him at some point. But then somehow we will end up down here. Ooh, big cool mountain. And somehow end up in that little village. Then somehow end up zigzagging all over the place. And that's not the end of the mountains, that's just some of it. And yes, motorcycles are everywhere, and they love this road. So this hotel, Belvedere, right in the middle of a hairpin. It was definitely in a backdrop in a Bond movie. I've seen lots of like rally videos, not rally like racing, but like road rally, and it's definitely kind of a landmark. Also a really cool place to put a hotel of some kind. I'm not sure if it's still alive or open, but this was actually kind of the reason for me driving here, because this is definitely a kind of car guy landmark. Oh, absolutely gorgeous place to drive. Really, really fun. I see why this is definitely a popular road for, man, my ears are popping, for car guys, bike guys, pretty much anything. And so at Tail of the Dragon, everybody always complains about the people crossing the mustard, crossing the middle lane. Here, you're perfectly allowed to do so if you feel like it. If you find the bravery to go past somebody, the line's dashed. Have at it. I might need to eventually because I'm coming up on an RV, but in front of us is a bicycle that's going 70 kilometers an hour downhill. He's slowing down a little bit for the hairpin or whatever. I don't know if I can pass this guy. I think he's faster downhill than I am. He's definitely braver downhill than I am. Let's see how he does this hairpin, because it's always amazing how like road bicycles do turns, because they don't. Oh, he didn't really push hard on it. There's definitely sometimes that roadies will actually kind of haul ass through a turn. I guess it's only a question of how brave you are. But anyway, for the majority of this road, you're actually allowed to pass, which is awesome. You also do very much need to stick to your side of the road around some of the sharper turns or the hairpins, and there's a lot of blind turns. This is definitely not a forgiving road. I really like how Switzerland does mountain passes. They're just like, oh yeah, here's a guardrail, maybe, if you feel like it. It's not going to do anything, it's just so you know where the side of the road is. Very unforgiving of incompetence place, but very rewarding, very flowy, very full of RVs, which do park. Can you point at the RV? Which do park for the turns. Sir, you can't park here. Alright, I have to find a place that's straight enough with enough visibility and nothing coming to get around this guy. Or maybe he'll be kind and let us pass somewhere. Alright, now's my little shot. Next set. The Mini is actually a very quick little car. It doesn't weigh that much. It makes decent power. And if it weren't for all the random electronic gadgets that keep buzzing at me, I'd be really happy about this car. Alright, a little mostly closed down town. Alright, well, moving on. Another amazing thing about Switzerland is everyone, literally every motorcyclist I see wears full gear and most of the time rides some kind of ADV bike. It's really refreshing to see people actually wearing stuff, and honestly, they ride really well. At least everybody I've seen. There's nobody I can really keep up with in the car, so they're doing something right. But yeah, unfortunately, I got so excited about driving that I forget to finish the video. So I'll leave you with this. Hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed driving this thing. This is definitely a top road. So I can definitely see why everybody has... oh, look, random train leaving. Why everybody's all about this specific mountain pass. And lastly, level crossings everywhere. Really a fan. There's a ton of trains. You theoretically don't need a car, though I'm not sure I could really enjoy my time without a car. Let me pull up and see if there's a train actually coming. I can see no train. No train to the left. No train to the right. Level crossing stopped. Oh, there you go. There it goes. There's a train coming our way. Another cool thing with these trains is they have kind of a gear thing in the middle between the two rail tracks for when they're climbing hills or coming down hills, so that they can spin their regular rail wheels, but then they can also spin their gear for climbing. which is awesome. Time travel a little bit to watch the train go by. Swiss train. Cool. Hello, cow. Hi, cow. How are you? Oh. Not interested. You're looking at me, I'm looking at you.